Now, Mary, you've touched on it very briefly, but I'd like you to speak to us in a little more detail about the legality of cell phone jamming. Of course, this is the first time that many South Africans have even been exposed to this type of technology. What is it, and are you allowed to use it?
So what is, we give different names, signal jammer, a scrambler, cell phone jammer. It really looks like a pull-on suitcase that you might see it, like on a Mango flight. It's about yay size, it's got these wires in it, and we don't have any recorded use that I'm aware of in South Africa before. Now, the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa, ICASA, has ruled, going back more than 10 years, that cell phone jamming is illegal in South Africa. It is not lawful to interrupt our signal. We should remember that access to those networks is a legal right that every citizen enjoys. Now, what happened on Friday is that ICASA released a statement when there was the speculation that there was a signal jammer in use in Parliament. And ICASA's statement unfortunately muddied the waters a little bit, because they said, yes, no, cell phone jamming is still illegal. However, and there's a particular phrase they use, where supported by relevant security legislation, a security cluster department could use cell phone jamming. So we thought, so that makes it sound like the security cluster could use cell phone jammers, but there was that particular phrase which is quite carefully chosen, where supported by additional legislation. And as far as we can see, that additional legislation doesn't exist. And what that effectively means is that it is illegal for anyone, whether a private body, a government body, whether it's the state security agency, it is illegal to use cell phone jammers. And we really need a clear answer from someone about why it was ever thought to be a good idea to put it in Parliament, and who knew and who authorized it.
Yeah, we'd certainly like to know who thought that was a good idea, because of course you're dealing with a group of journalists and a very active citizenry who are trying to watch this address. It was bizarre.
Well, I think that this is just one thing I'd like to highlight, which is the good news. Now, we've got a very worrying set of events that occurred on Thursday. We're in a very confusing and bewildering political state right now. But the amazing thing that we've seen is a very active citizenry. People, the media, civil society, the public, the Twitterati did not take this one lying down. I mean, in the case of the signal jamming, the House could not proceed until someone took the decision to turn that jammer off. And I think it has really catalyzed people to start demanding a bit more of Parliament. And I think that even though we are in quite a difficult and dangerous space right now, where we see security agencies intervening in ways that are probably not lawful in Parliament, we see that citizens are not taking it lying down, and I find that very encouraging.